usual.
Hello.
We are also joined by the real Tracy.
Good evening.
And because we're just all the commentators, we've got Mick in Social Media Corner for this one. Yes. So, this is the sixth race of the season. The season's moving along quickly, and we're here in the Nürburgring, which is definitely the appropriate way to pronounce it. Nürburg. So, yeah, here we are then. Right, we have a few technical issues at the moment with some of the drivers. Never. And Mick would know, he normally races them. Big. Yeah, I don't tend to ever do too well around here, but you know.
I've just got a message for a live on the inbox from Ben. Him and Fuller have black screens, so
Right.
Yeah, I got a message off Fuller.
So then, what do we expect from this one then? Any predictions?
Lots of pit stops. Lots of swearing from the drivers.
Smalley.
Right, ready for this. Let's go. I didn't go to the track, so I don't know what everybody's going to take up.
Yes. Yep. Right, let's have a quick look at the championship then heading into this race. Whenever it loads on my phone. Ah, there we go. So, the drivers' standings heading into this race. It is Smalley who is still the championship leader. He's only just 15 points clear of Weird TV, who's in second place in the championship. And is Nils in third place. Fourth place is Hazy. In fifth is Mick, but he's not racing, so I don't think he'll stay there for very long. Sixth is Fuller in the championship. Petu's in seventh. Multi's down in eighth. Ninth place is High there. Charlie Boy is 10th in the championship, just 1 point behind. And I think of the drivers that are racing, that's about it in that championship. In the team standings, it's Team Hamazaki that are quite a way away at the moment, a full 38 points clear of Rod and Pollux Jr., who are in second in the championship. So, and for legal reasons, we are definitely not biased. So yeah, that's the championship heading into this one. We'll see if Smalley can maintain his championship lead at the moment.
Just doing the last practice start.
Well, you've gone to my style of practice starts now.
Try something different. That's never been known, has it, Mick? No. No, never. I always do everything you tell me. And if you believe that, you believe anything, viewers.
So then, not the real start, but just a final practice start, just to make sure everyone's getting away, because a couple of issues. So we'll hope everyone can get off the line fine. And well, he is the host. Pertu's still struggling to get off the line, so
that's unlucky, I think.
It might have to be a race without him.
I've done everything possible, and it's just ain't happening.
Might have to be without him then, unfortunately.
It is.
So the next time we start with a real start then, yeah?
Yes, next one will be real.
Please. Yeah. So have you just seen Smalley Donaldson? Danger near big. Oh yeah. Oh, he's cut the chicane. I think I've done a lap with a Nürburgring in reverse. It's not actually that easy. I think I've done most tracks in reverse, to be honest, in this game.
Just waiting for one to enter, and then we're off and running.
Smalley going down the Schumacher S. Oh, no, round he goes. Right, here we go then for the qualifying to begin for the 6th round of the Beginners Cup Championship. As usual, 10-minute qualifying to determine the race grid. Maybe Smalley might be able to find his way going the right way around in qualifying. And it looks like it is actually Smalley that is the first one out onto the track at the moment. So then, for this track, what do you think? Is it going to be a couple of laps and an in lap, or are they going to do one lap and pit in, or what do we think?
It might just be one lap and in, I think.
Yeah.
It's near enough a near enough a 2-minute lap. Oh bloody hell! Pit, he has made it out the pit lane.
Ah.
This just.
He's finally found his way out then. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you loved it as much as you love Autopolis, Mick.
I thought you were on about it. It's Ash's favourite track from what I heard.
It's not. It really isn't. Autopolis belongs in the... Well, I finished 4th there, so I cannot say I'm not very good at it. I just don't like it. No, you finished midfield. You finished midfield. You finished near no one at the front. You finished nowhere near at the back. Yes. Yes, it's otherwise known as Dusty Springfield, middle of nowhere.
Pertu had a bit of a trip off in the gravel then, but anyway, Smalley's now coming around Smalley's coming around the final corner now to start the first flying lap of the qualifying session, so we'll just keep an on-board lap here with Smalley down the main straight. It's quite a long straight, and it'll probably be the key overtaking spot. Will be into first corner, hard on the brakes. There's a massive drop on the inside there, so it can be very unstable on the exit. His Smalley seems to get a bit of a wobble on as he comes through, then into turn 2, which immediately flicks right. You want to hold it there, don't run too far out wide, otherwise you'll pick up a penalty. It's a bit of a braking for turn 3, and you kind of need to hug the inside on the exit turn 3, because it immediately switches into turn 4, which you can run quite far out wide on the exit there. Smalley isn't run too far wide, but you can run and get away with it for a bit. Next up's braking then for turn 5 and into turn 6. Switches the direction, and you need to get a good run here because there's a bit of a straight which leads you onto the hairpin. It's looking decent for Smalley so far. Next up is the hairpin, which could be another overtaking spot if you're able to stay close enough, but not maybe the best place then. Got to be patient there. We don't want to accelerate too soon, otherwise round you go. Smalley's right up and onto the gravel there. Could not have gone any further for out. Up now into the Schumacher S. And Smalley's just about flat there, manages to hold it on the track nicely in this qualifying. And then hard on the brakes again. Ooh, and it looks like Smalley's gone a little bit sideways on the entry there, but he keeps that under control, doesn't go around in a spin, and then one of the more important corners to get right on the exit, because you get a very, very long straight afterwards, so you do not want to make sure you sacrifice that one as you go up the straight. Slight bit of a kink, do not scrub anything too much, and then hard on the brakes for the chicane, don't want to miss it. Otherwise I think you get reset if you end up cutting it too hard, and it looks like quite nicely there for Smalley. Careful about wheel spin on the exit curve, then into the final corner. Don't touch that inside pit wall. I've done that before. Try not to lose it on traction on the exit, and it's looking like a nice and tidy lap for Smalley, but what's it going to be? A 56.9. Very good lap. What about his closest rival, Weird TV? Weird TV goes even faster. What about Hyder? And he goes up in a second. Nils crosses the line into third. Next up's going to be Hazy coming around the final corner now. And what's he going to be? He seems maybe it's just a little bit further off, and he crosses the line and he stays in fifth. What about Fuller? Fuller goes up into fifth. Multi crosses the line now into fifth as well. Roberts will be the next and final person to set a lap. I think I'm not sure whereabouts on the track P2 is at the moment, but here comes Roberts up toward the final corner now then. And we'll see where Roberts puts himself on the grid. He's got all of the 7 drivers in front of him that have already set times. We'll see where he goes at the moment, up toward the line. It's looking a decent time. And it is good. It gets him up into 5th place then. So there we go then. Everyone, I think, apart from P2, who's on another out lap, have set their first lap. So then
There's less than 3/10 separating the top 4.
Yeah. Seems to be the place to be, doesn't it? Weird TV, I think, just went a little bit off as he got out of the hairpin, so I think that's his lap room. So we're expecting maybe most of these will come into the pit lane and go onto a fresh set of tyres. So it's looking pretty close up toward the front.
Oh! Well, he's just gone off at the Schumacher S trying to avoid Ben. I don't know why Ben was going so slow there.
Can't hear someone. Is someone...
You. Just for them who can't understand silence, it's Mick. You can't hear Mick.
Oh, Malta's coming around again. And he's had a full spin just coming onto the straight. That doesn't seem to be the best lap so far, but yeah, we've got Hyder and Weird TV both in the pit lane. So they're obviously coming in, and there's now already, we've just seen one flying lap, and I think some of them have actually continued on. So some of them have decided, as Fuller improves on his time, but it looks like most of them have actually decided to keep going on the lap instead of coming in. We've only got 3 minutes left. It's interesting to see there. We've got Weird TV on a lap, as has Hyder on an out lap. Nils is on a lap. I'm not sure if this will be an in lap even, so let's see if he's improving in the first sector is Nils. And he is half a second down in sector 1. Roberts is also in at the pits. But now see what Small is doing as he's coming around there, but now in the Mercedes. It also looks like the back end seems to want to step out on him at the moment, it looks, just looking at it, and he's a second off his own time, so it might be interesting to see if he comes into the pits to go into fresh tyres to get the lap at the very end. Because at the moment those that stayed out do not seem to be improving on the time at the moment, so I think they're clearly struggling as the tyre wear increases, so that could give something for the rest on the tyre wear. Here's he's also just come out of the pits. What?
Can you hear us now?
Can you hear Mick?
Hello, I'm here back.
Let's see if they say anything in the chat. So, I think it is... Yes. Yeah, they can.
Oops.
Yeah, so Smalley has come into the pits. He should be able to get one lap still, and Mills is also in the pits. So then here comes Hyder then to start his flying lap again. He's on in second place, just over a tenth behind Weird TV's current pole position times. Here we go, on to the main straight lap. There's Smalley coming out of the pits, so Smalley should just about get another lap in. He might be quite close though, if someone wants to keep an eye on Smalley, see if he gets round in time. But let's see how Hyder does coming down into the first corner. Nils has come out just behind him as well at time 1, so it's going to be difficult for Nils and Smalley to see if they can get round in time to set the lap. So yeah, there you go then.
Unfortunately, Peter's still having issues, so he won't be in the race, unfortunately.
That's a shame.
It is. It is. You've seen we've tried absolutely everything to try and get it working.
Could someone just keep an eye on Smalley at the moment, see if he's going to be able to make it round?
Yep,
and
I'm on it.
And Hyder is actually purple in the first sector, so he is up on his time at the moment. So he's coming into the hairpin. We'll see if he remains to be purple and improving on the lap and going for the pole position. Oh, and he's run a little bit wide coming out the hairpin. He is still purple by 6 tenths, but he did run a bit across the gravel there, so we'll see how much that has hindered him. It looks to so far be so good as he comes out the top of the Schumacher S and into the next braking point. We'll see, is he going enough? He's using as much as the rod as he can here. You can see he's pushing to the limit here, but is he going to still be improving on his time? Is he still purple? He is.
Smalley's going to get round in time.
Southern Hyder, he's still purple on his current lap, and it looks like, I'm not sure whereabouts Weed TV is. Weed TV is still on a lap as well as he heads up and into the chicane for Hyder as pair to leads, but I don't think he's able to rest. That is unfortunate for him. But anyway, Hyder comes round the final corner now to end his qualifying lap as he improved by not to take pole position as Smalley starts his final lap. Will Nils get there? It's going to be tight. I don't think Nils does, but Hyder does get pole position.
Nils does.
Did Nils just... No, I don't think he's made it.
No, he hasn't.
So Nils didn't quite make it. Weird TV is now coming down the final sector and is purple, so Weird TV might be able to take that pole position back away from Hyder at the very end of qualifying, and he has by quite some margin. Weird TV onto pole. That is a very rapid time.
I believe we need to drug test him.
Meanwhile, watching Smalley come through the first sector.
He's down.
He's a quarter of a second down.
We'll see if he can recover that, but it might not be pole position for Smalley here. He might have to fight for it if he wants to win. As Roberts improves up and into 5th, and in fact Roberts is less than a 10th behind Smalley's time. So we'll see if Smalley's going to be able to improve and find the time needed. See if he can move any further up the grid. It looks like he's had a wobble. I think he just ran a little bit too wide out of the hairpin as it fought back on him. So I don't think Smalley's going to still be up in his time. And I think he's ran a little bit off there at the Schumacher race. So this hasn't been the best of laps for Smalley. So who else is there on the lap? I think Smalley is the only one on the lap at the moment, so as soon as he finishes that will be the qualifying, but I don't think he's quite got it in him. He's now half a second down, so it looks like it's going to be Weird TV on pole position again, with Hyder on the front row, Nils in 3rd and Smalley in 4th, Roberts 5th, 6th Multi 7th, Fuller and Hazy down in 8th.
Well, news from Social Media Corner over here, Nils has said if he had just one more second he would have got that lap in. But he didn't.
So Smalley crosses the line and he is only just down, so he wasn't far off his own time, but unfortunately not an improvement, so therefore he didn't improve on his position, and the qualifier has ended. So there we have them. Weird TV is on pole position with Hyder on the front row.
This is going to be a good little start here. And Nissan in between a lot of Mercs.
Mercs are pretty quick off the line as well, so we'll see how we go.
That they're unfeasibly quick off the line. And that fat Datsun, I know that bogs down a little bit off the line as well.
So then,
hello Thomas, nice to see you in the stream.
Yeah, so here we go then for the grid for the 6th round. The lights coming on now, the engines are revving. And it's lights out, and away we go. It looks to have been a decent start from Weird TV, but Hyder's immediately managed to pull away. Smalley's had a good start as well, and he just slots in behind Weird TV there. I think they were 3 wide in the background there, heading down into turn 1. Hyder's gone in deep, he's gone deep. And Smalley's managed to get down the inside of Roberts. There's a bit of contact there, as Smalley's now hanging it around the outside, but I think it's going to be pushed ever so slightly wide, but Weird TV holds the lead in all of this. And they're all very close to making contact. There's Hyder slots in between Smalley and Roberts again. We've got Nils not far behind. In fact, Nils is going to just try to hang it around the outside there. They're getting very close to each other. Nils is going to try now. Side by side, they're going to try to get a run. We'll see if it's going to be enough for him, but I don't think it is. And they'll file into a single file line now. Just about manages to hold on to 4th to Smalley.
The big loser out of that start was Smalley. He had a good start initially, and then he just was on the wrong line going into turn 2. But the winners are very much RP Racing.
Yeah, up into 2nd and 3rd, because I think Roberts started 5th, didn't he? And he's managed to get all the way up to 2nd, as there goes Nils. And I think Nils...
He's had an incident, he's down to last.
Yeah, I just caught that in the background. I think he got a little bit on the curve coming out of the hairpin, and it just spun him round. He managed to avoid getting damage and avoid hitting anyone else, but he's got a bit of a charge to get going forward again.
He's still got to get past Ben, and now Ben can defend like the best. I say that as it looks like Nils was about to go round him as well.
Yeah, we'll see then if Nils is going to be able to get his way ahead of his. We'll keep an eye on what Nils' progress is getting back through the field.
Meanwhile, Smalley is crawling all over the back of Hyder for 3rd place. He's hanging off him like a cheap suit. Or make it a buffet, as I'd like to say.
I don't like buffets. That is a complete misconception. I don't like food that other people have touched. My food has to be my food.
And Smalley is crawling all over Hyder here. He really is. So it's now going to be how are his defences going to stack up. Roberts as well in 2nd. He's not letting Weird TV get away as well neither. So this is building up to be a very intriguing race.
Yeah, and with that penalty as well, so he kind of needs to burn that before the end of the race, of course. As he's got Smalley all over the back of him, but he's getting very close to see Smalley. Is he going to be close enough to go for a move maybe into there? But I don't think he's quite gaining in enough. It's the 2 Mercedes, different teams of course, but they're not quite close enough to go for the overtake and get ahead. Roberts looks to have gone a little bit wider for the hairpin. He took a wider line than perhaps the rest of them, and he has cost him a bit of time because he dropped ever so slightly behind Weird TV, but they're all still relatively close to each other. So
Roberts was getting ever so slidey through the Schumacher S's.
See, if I was Smalley right now, I would just cling to the back of Heidi. See if you can keep the pressure on him and get a mistake out of him.
But knowing Smalley like I do,
he's going to be pushing to get past.
He'll be pushing to get past.
He'll want round.
If it was me, I'd be trying to save a little bit of fuel here to get past.
I thought you had wizards in your engine that did that for you.
Well, I have wasps in my engine.
That's why your car is powered by wasps.
Yeah. There's some bozo who has cars powered by wasps. I don't know who they are, Robbo.
No, neither. Anyway, Hyder and Roberts going side by side. Looks like Hyder just got a better run than Roberts coming out the final corner. They are now side by side, and Hyder's going for it down the inside into turn 1, and he has managed to get ahead, but they're very close at the moment. Managed to avoid making contact, but is Roberts going to fight back into turn 2? No, not quite close enough. And so Hyder has managed to get up and into second.
I can hear a certain team principal in the background who is biting his fingernails right down to the quick with his battle.
No, surely not.
I wonder who that would be, Riccardo Patrese.
Well, me and him have just been having a bit of banter in social media corner about it, so...
Yeah.
That's it. That actually might be good teamwork to let Hyder through. So now maybe D. Roberts in third can try and just back up Smalley a little bit and just give a little bit of breathing room to Hyder in second.
Just
My one bit of
realised.
advice is there's one driver you don't want to try and back up, and that's Smalley, because if you slow down just that inch, he will take you. He will find a way around you, and he'll do you.
Yeah, he'll find a way around if it's in the track or on the crane as he normally does.
Well, however, where his mates were two big lads, he's used to going around people.
Yeah, that's also very true. Hyder, however, is fastest in the middle sector, from what I've seen so far on this particular lap. But I just gain in the final sector.
Oh,
Yeah.
we appear to be having some satellite issues with Ash Wilson there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'll try and complete what he was saying. Rod and Pollock's Racing are the best team ever, which is, I think is what he was trying to say.
Meanwhile, Nils has managed to move his way now up into 6th place ahead of Multi, but Multi's going to be fighting back down the main straight and into the first corner. Does he go for it? He is. Multi's hanging it down the inside into turn 1. There's a little bit of contact, but I think it's quite close enough.
Smalley and Roberts were side by side going into turn 2 as well. And Roberts is just holding off Smalley.
It's very close to contact. And I've just realised in this league we have RP and RNP.
No, this is going to be very, very simple to divulge. One is green and one is ginger.
Fair enough.
Brilliant.
No, I just believe that it's kind of like Coke and Pepsi, really. Is you have the original and then you have the imitator.
I'd agree, Rod and Pollock's is a poor imitation.
Ding ding, second out, round 1.
I'm going to drink some wine.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're not guessing the beverage today then.
we're having a bit of encouragement for Multi in the chat from Patey. It's unfortunate that he couldn't get into the race tonight. Hopefully he can be sorted for next week at Catalunya.
Yes. So then Smokey's still in the switch, whereas he's lost a little bit of time to Roberts on this lap. About half a second back, but he's tucking into the switch. He's trying to get close, but he's maybe not quite getting close enough. You can see there's quite a bit of tyre wear already on some of these drivers. I think Roberts just running a little bit wide coming out of the chicane there. So we'll see into the final corner. It looks like Roberts has had a bit of a slide. He seems to just struggling through that final corner because that's Smalley all over the back of him now. Is Smalley going to be able to get in the slipstream? He's actually just about gaining time on him, but I think Smalley's trying to stay in that slipstream, but I don't think he's quite close enough on this occasion to get ahead of him. And meanwhile, Nils has gotten ahead of Multi and Fuller. Fuller's dropped back. He's had some sort of an off there because he seems to have dropped back to 7. He's got engine damage.
Ooh.
Fuller has picked up damage to the front of the car and to the engine, so something's happened there. And
Meanwhile, the gap between first and second is closing lap by lap.
I will do some investigative journalism for you and see if I can find out what's happened.
Alright then. So then, yeah, as you're saying, Hyder just slowly gaining in on Weird TV's lap times. If we just look on the previous lap, Hyder is just 0.2 of a second quicker than Weird TV on that, so nothing substantial, but he was just that little bit quicker than him.
It just needs to work bit by bit. It's just getting closer. and maybe make a late charge later in the race. I'm impressed actually that the cars are. This is lap 5, because I thought that this might be a tyre killer.
Yeah, holding on to the tyre. So I suppose, where were we expecting strategy-wise then in this one?
Well, I was asking Mick this earlier, and we were thinking 2, maybe 3 stops.
It has to be a 2-stop. 3-stop is also. I mean, if I was racing tonight, I would have had to have done a 3-stop. And all the practice I did this afternoon, I could not get tyres to last.
So
be a bit of investigative journalism. Fuller's made a little bit of a mistake coming out the last turn. From the sounds of it, he's hit the pit wall and got engine damage. So that's from Harley, who's in the pit box for both teams.
Right.
We had TV and Smalley and Nils are all in.
Yeah. So then, and Fuller's in as well. Multi's continuing on, and Hazy's just heading up to chicane. Not sure yet, but that has promoted currently in RP12. Currently, as it stands, with Hyder leading Roberts. It's actually just about 4 seconds back, so Roberts has lost a bit of time to his teammates. In fact, a big slide there from Roberts in the background. His rear tyres starting to go for Roberts.
Interestingly, Smalley has jumped Weird TV in the pit lane. Looking at this, Weird TV has gone onto mediums and taken a full tank of fuel.
Now that is interesting. Yeah, he's filled up the tank and on a set of mediums. So very interesting strategies going. I think he's doing it a little bit different.
Live from Social Media Corner, Dr. Robot is saying Robot sounds too much like Robot. He needs to change his name. I agree. He needs to change his name. From now on, we will call him Derek.
Alright then. Derek is doing well in second at the moment.
His first name's cooler than that. It's Damo.
Damo?
No, there's nothing cooler than Derek. It's Derek.
Oh, Damo has to be pretty cool though. That is pretty cool.
No, I think
it's Derek though.
I prefer Derek.
It's easier, it just rolls off the tongue. Listen, Derek.
Anyway, back to the actual wrestling. So
we talk about all sorts in commentary.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's in on again, and Derek.
So Derek and Heidi High.
Oh, good lord. And here's me thinking that coming up with names like Ricardo Patrese might offend people.
Anyway, so yeah, and there is Multi actually. Multi's coming to the pit lane now, so he's in the pits. So interesting looking at Derek's tyres, they're starting to wear out quite a bit, especially on the rears compared to his teammate Hyder. So Hyder's not using the tyres as much as Derek is.
Oh, Mr. Robot says he should be called Drobert, but no, it's Derek.
I tried so hard then to just say that sentence with a straight face. Nearly worked.
And you failed.
I know.
Sorry, I don't know if you've ever realised in the commentary box my goal is to make whoever I'm in here with crack. And I think I've done it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mick has managed to make Mr. Robbo crack. Well done. If only you were enjoying this, Robot, you would have enjoyed commentating on this race, I think.
Robot's only ever commentated with me once before, and I broke him as well.
Well, not a classic. Was that a classic cup race?
It was a classic cup race in the Lamborghini. I can't say the name.
What?
Exactly.
Well, I don't think it's the Lamborghini what?
Yeah, it's I can't say it because it sounds very offensive whenever I say it with my accent, but it's the Lamborghini C-word Ash.
Ah, right. Yeah.
I tell you what,
Hyder's still going.
he's carried on.
Derek hasn't.
I think. Hold on, let's ask the team principal. Is he going for the one-stop, do you think?
I couldn't possibly tell you.
Well, you could possibly tell, Wirt. It's not like I'm going to go running straight in the other party and tell them what's happening.
Exactly. Well, yeah, Rod and Pollock ain't a concern this weekend, so it's fine. You don't have to. You can tell them that if you want to. It's okay. Their objectives. They've been working on their setups all week with Sean, who's obviously very dominant, and so
potatoes.
Their objectives for this race is finishing the top 5, 15 points for the team, fastest lap, and to beat Smalley. One of them to beat Smalley.
Ooh. Do you know what? I give my team objectives every now and then. It's usually just go around in circles or something.
Weird TVs.
If you haven't got the fastest lap, go faster.
Weird TV's having to go side by side with Nils. He's lost a lot of time on his mediums, and Nils went off on the first lap, and now he's hassling Weird TV for the third place. But Weird TV's just held on the inside into the hairpin, so Weird TV holding on to that podium spot at the moment with Nils in fourth place, and right on behind him, Nils got a lighter car and faster tyres on the softs. It's a very interesting strategy for Weird TV, but he has just lost a whole lot of time from it. So it'll be interesting to see if he can do as he did in Spa and somehow make it work, but we'll keep an eye and see what Weird TV does. He might be possibly trying to one stop, which would explain why he filled the tank up. I'm not sure how much fuel you get as he runs a little bit wide and onto the gravel. That's going to allow Nils a proper run as he tucks to the inside as they head up through the kink and the straight on the isn't straight, and now he's on the outside heading into the chicane. Who's going to brake later? It looks like Nils is going to go around the outside into the chicane. Nice. And he does get it slowed down for the second part, so Nils up into third there.
Well done, Nils.
Just to answer Nika's protege robot, yes, Smalley is closing the gap on Hyder. It's now 10 seconds.
And they still have to stop. I mean, I think Smalley will probably be going for a 2-stop. I haven't really spoke. Normally means Smalley like just, well, he tells us a strategy that he's thinking and then does a totally opposite one to throw me off. But I think he'll be going for a 2-stop this race.
It seems like the more logical thing to go for. I'm amazed that Hyder's gone. This is his 9th lap now on these tyres. That's impressive.
It must be like driving on ice.
They are looking pretty warm at the moment, so we'll see how much longer he goes on.
4, maybe 5 laps at most.
Weird TV seems to just be dropping at the moment.
And he's picked up a penalty somewhere as well. He's picked up a penalty somewhere as well, so he's going to have to scrub that at certain parts of the track.
See, if he is going for the 1-stop on their mediums, he's dropping back so much time now, he's almost given the cars in front a free pit stop.
Yeah.
I think he's made a bit of a mistake this time going on the medium. The time will tell, you know, he's a miracle worker, he'll make something happen.
Yeah, we all thought he'd thrown his winner away in Spa when he went onto the hards and then somehow ended up 5 seconds ahead of everyone at the end.
Witchcraft. That was pure witchcraft.
But
what would you describe my fuel saving as then, Mick?
It's wizards, I told you. They keep petrolling their sleeves.
Wizardry.
Hyder's in.
There's Ian.
in.
So then...
You've got the flashing light of doom, so I reckon this is going to be him to the end.
9 laps, he should easily be able to make it to the end then, so we'll see how far back he drops. So that means Smalley will probably be taking the current lead of this race, but Nils has done a really good job, considering he got his mistake in the background of the first lap, dropped a long way down to the back and has now made his way up into second place as Fuller's in again. Or did Fuller pit the first time? I can't remember. I think he might have done, so Fuller's in, I think, for a second time. But yeah, Nils has done a really good race, and he seems to still keep going. He's lapping about half a second quicker than what Smalley did on the previous lap, so it's looking good for Nils at the moment.
Tell you what, mind, I know you were saying that you thought it might have been a mistake, Mick, from what Weird TV's done, but he's not. He's dropping back, but he ain't dropping back that much.
It depends if he's got an...
It's only about 3.5 seconds back.
Yeah, but if he has got another... if that is him fuel to the end, which, to be honest, I'm not sure he is. I still think he's going to have to splash and dash. I would have been on the softer tyre on the 2-stop and tried to stay as close to them cars as possible instead of... I know it's only a 10th a lap that he might be dropping back, but it's a tenth a lap that he's not going to get back when everybody's running a late car on softer tyres. It's just going to make his
Smalley's off. Smalley's had an off.
No! Not that I've only. Oh man.
And Smalley's gone off.
Nils is in the lead.
Nils taking the lead. I think I didn't notice the yellow flag. I couldn't quite see who it was, but where it was, it looked like
it was on the exit of the hairpin.
A similar mistake to what Nils did at the beginning of the race. He's just spun it up across the curve and it's gone around.
So unlucky that.
Dropped all the way down to 4th place now, and he's put Weird TV up into 2nd place. But with a very, very quick Derek behind him. Derek does actually have the fastest lap at the moment, so we'll see if Derek can be able to close that gap down on him. But Nils has inherited the lead, so it's looking really strong race for Nils now.
Meanwhile, I'm just going a little bit further down the field. I'm just watching a battle here between Multi and Fuller for 6th place. Which is starting to build up a little bit.
Go have a little look at how Ben's doing as well, because obviously I can't get in the game at the moment.
Yeah, he's 30 seconds back from Fuller.
He's dropped right back.
He's on
he's 30 seconds back.
He's on the medium tyres, so.
I mean, Ben's now eventually back on his wheel, but he sent us a photo of his setup, and he's actually sitting on a suitcase right now. He only just started to get used to his wheel before lockdown happened, and he had to go and somebody knows his shield, and so he's had to go and stay at his girlfriend's. He's got his wheel now, but he can only sit on a suitcase. So it's a bit unlucky for him. Yeah, it's a shame because Ben's one hell of a driver. Come on, Ben. Keep your head and you can do it.
It just seems to be, just at the minute, the field has spaced out a little bit, although Derek, for the benefit of Mick, is closing in on Weird TV a little bit here.
Yeah, we've also got Fuller, who looks like he might be about to try and move possibly around the outside into the hairpin on Multi, but I don't think, not quite close. It almost looked like he was going to, but we'll see. Multi's gone a bit defensive and has almost lost it on the curve.
Slid.
He had a massive slide on in the inside on the curve. I think he got caught in the curve, but luckily they didn't make too much contact. Multi has actually pulled a better time out from that, as Fuller's had to try and avoid him.
Cracking spatial awareness from Fuller.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. A lot of drivers would have just kept going. He's backed out of there. I doff my cap to you, youngster.
Nils is in.
Nils is in.
Nils picks in from the race lead. Weird TV's in. That is interesting. And he's slowly in as well. Hyder continues on, and Derek now takes the lead, so it's back to an RP1-2 at the moment, with Derek leading and Hyder second. Who's going to come out of the pits first? I think it might be Weird TV. He's going to have a lot less fuel to put in, and he's on softs, and he does, so that's interesting. Weird TV's found his way back up into 3rd and has actually jumped Nils now. Whereas Smalley, I think, is going to lose a lot of time from this.
It's now going to be the battle of who can, if Weird TV can catch Hyder, and if Hyder can hold him off on tyres, it'll be rapidly degrading. So this could be quite an interesting little battle to the end.
Weird TV looks to have a bit of a slide there, but he's just about held it together. He's got Nils right on the back of him, and Nils has looked absolutely rapid this race. We'll see if Nils is going to be able to, I'm sure he'll be wanting to go for that podium, so we'll see if he can. Smalley's got him 5th, and Fuller's actually managed to get himself ahead of Multi in the end. This Multi runs very wide. In fact, Multi's got the flashy red light of doom on, so it looks like he's going to have to be going into the pits.
Yeah, that Beetle Sport. Oh, and you know what it is? I thought that would have done brilliant round here as well.
It'll be interesting to see how it goes on Sunday in the hands of Shaven and Castle. They'll be quite a force round there. Yeah, that's what I said, Kimmy. Yeah.
Yeah, but you broke up, so we just kind of assumed that's what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway,
Nils
is now on the back of Weird TV, heading up the Isn't Straight and into the Isn't Straight chicane.
Derek's in.
Is Derek in from the lead? We'll see how far back he drops then into. I'm sure he'll drop in behind this battle between Weed TV and Nils. Also, he's gonna maybe make a 3-car battle for second. We'll see. Looks like he's still filling up as they all go down the main straight. So that does put Hyder in the lead. That's put Nils and Weed TV into third and second. And Derek's going now. So he's lost a bit of time. So he's got some time to gain on him, but he's come out quite comprehensively ahead of Smalley.
Smalley had another wibble.
I
don't know.
Multi's
in.
I don't think he has him though.
He must have, because he's 5 seconds ahead of. He's 20 odd seconds behind. He must have had another wibble.
No, I think it's just, well, he was behind, yeah, but he sorted himself out now as he crossed the line.
If you look, he came in on lap 11. And lap 12 was his out lap. So...
Right, okay, I'm just going to put that one down to a brain thought from me, right? For a second I thought I was intelligent. I'm not. I'm going to drink some wine.
Can I have that as a signed contract?
No. No, you can't. I've noticed the little stealthy ninja, the real Tracy, doesn't like to join in on our playful banter. Come join the party, we have cake.
I don't like cake.
You know, like, get out! Get out!
I'm really joking. I'm just watching. The legs going. I'm watching them.
The legs going. That happens to me when I need the toilet, you know, which is roundabouts now.
Meanwhile, Nils isn't dropping Weird TV here. There's only half a second between them.
He's just about hanging on there. I don't think he's.
And they're both equally closing in on Hyder as well. So this could be soon a 3-car battle for the lead.
We've got to factor in Derek. He's also actually starting. Derek is also starting to gain in quite a bit of time, quite quickly on Nils and Weird TV. So we could see the 4 of them. And if Hyder's going to the end, it could be all 4 cars in with a shot of winning this race at the end, and all on pretty much different strategies.
That's a great thing. That there's people trying different things, and it's actually very good. Jay, hello Jay. I don't know who you are, but nice to see you. Who the hell doesn't like cake?
Who doesn't like cake? Wrong people. French. Just say the French.
The French.
French.
I don't know if we can say that.
This is
said it. I don't know if we can say that, but we've said it now.
But I said it anyway.
These are the views of Mick Howe and not OFR.
Not Mick Howe, Rod Hammerbush. 2 different people, remember?
Ah, yes.
I thought Rod was on holiday.
No, he's back now.
Oh, right, okay. Young Stinson, give me a crash.
Give me a crash.
Sorry, I can't give you a crash. I'm not driving.
It might do. I mean, we'll see how desperate they get for the win. If we get like 3 or 4 drivers that all have a shot at taking the win, we'll see who wants it most.
Nils is getting dangerously close to Weird TV. Yeah. Sorry, this Wayne is really repeating on us now.
And Weird TV's getting very close to the back of Hyder.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Martin.
Oh, that's genius.
Can I just state though, the reason I'm not driving is entirely Amazon's fault. So blame Amazon.
What, the rainforest or the delivery company?
Both, both of them. You know how it is, you pre-order something 2 months in advance for release day, and you get it at 5 o'clock. And because I'm like a dog with 2 dongs, I couldn't help but set it all up, and it did a data transfer, and I don't want to touch anything, so I can't race.
So instead he thought he'd come and talk to us.
So come Wayne use up. Got no better to do, got a bottle of wine.
Yeah, he's happy. I mean, the only other person I know to drink and drive just happens to be 5th place. He'll
not be happy because there's not enough long straights for him to have a drink.
In fact, I I can actually hear in the distance. I can hear a lot of bleeping going on from Smalley's household right now.
Get us a can, Hammer!
Oh dear me. Yeah,
we so need to get Smalley in this comic book just once. I mean, it was literally only every once before the channel got shut down completely, but the world needs a bit of Smalley in them.
Robot, is there any room in the OFR budget for a bleep machine?
A bleep machine and a translator. And subtitles, you'll need subtitles.
Lots of them.
Anyway, Weird TV is now just half a second back on Hyder, and Nils is still about half a second back, so they're all just about a second, just over a second currently splitting the top three. So I think as we head into the final 2 laps of this race, it's going to go down to who wants the win more. With Hyder on very warm tyres, it's going to be very difficult for him to hold on to this win.
However, I will point out that the Weird TV's tyres are looking equally shot. And he's been on those tyres a lot less time. That is just simply the Datsun eating tyres, as Hyder already trying to break the slipstream of the Datsun.
The Datsun, as we know, is pretty quick on the straights. There's been contact. There's been contact. And this is going to bring Nils right into it now, because Weird TV goes into slower as he's been slowed down, and Smalley, I think, hearing there's not enough straights to have a drink, he's decided to go into the pits to have a drink.
He's trying to get fastest lap.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's going to go for the fastest lap.
Fair enough.
He's going to go for the fastest lap. He may as well. He had plenty of gap back to Fuller.
Here we go then. So they're all very close. Weird TV actually a half on the grass there on the outside. Tries to go around the outside of Hyder.
Come on, the Perriers get past that RP car.
Stinson, you've got your wish.
Still no reaction out of him.
And this is promising to be a legendary battle at the end of this race, with the last 2 laps to go. It's Weird TV, he's gone in deep into the hairpin. Nils has gone for it down the inside because Weird TV's gone in deep. And this is Nils' chance to run up the Schumacher S side by side. Here we go then. And Weird TV just hangs it in the Schumacher S there. But that's allowed Hyder to pull out a bit of a gap here. This is not what we need if we need RP to lose this race. But I'm not that I'm showing any signs of bias for legal reasons.
That Rodney Pollock's contract's in the post, mate.
Alright. Anyway, Nils still very much glued to the back of Weird TV, but Weird TV lost a lot of time, but he's gained it all back immediately on this lap. And what will factor into this race, Nils is the only driver as Weird TV. He's gone deep into the chicane. Weird TV is going to go down the inside into the final corner. Is he going to be close enough? And now he's Nils looking for space, and Hyder's gone in deep. Weird TV down the inside into the final corner. Now Nils is side by side trying to find a way through. And onto the final lap. You do not want to miss this one.
Oh my goodness me.
Weird TV's on the inside.
I've seen these sort of races.
Hyder's on the outside. Hyder's going around the outside into the first corner. Is he going to be enough? Will Nils be able to fight back now? He's just about hung on to Nils, but I don't think it's quite close enough. Nils is going to hang in around the outside at turn 2, but Weird TV takes the lead. Hyder's coming back, still side by side. Nils is going to maybe follow him through there.
Oh my goodness.
There's contact! There's contact! Hyder's being spun round almost. Just about managed to keep it facing the right way. And now they're getting very pushing and shoving. Nils just doesn't have any way around. They're still side by side. Weird TV's been pushed, and Weird TV now pushes Hyder around. Nils is trying to fight. Nils is still trying to not find space.
This much, there was cream involved.
Weird TV still getting very touchy-feely with Hyder. Hyder goes defensively into the hairpin. Weird TV's just not quite close enough. And Nils is just not finding his way through, and Derek has suddenly found himself about a second back from the race leader. So all 4 of them have converged in on each other, and it's all cracked off onto this final lap. Here comes Weird TV, who's been shut the door there by Hyder, and he sent it down the inside, and they've somehow just about not made contact. But Weird Hyder have a big moment. He's had a big moment. He's on the grass. Nils takes the lead. Nils comes round off the lead onto the side, and now Nils gets pushed off the track. Nils in the lead, drops down to second place, and now we've got Weird TV in second place. in Weird TV.
Jesus!
First place in Weird TV. Still going for it. Chicane. He's trying to cut the corner almost on the inside. Hyder's through. And Hyder holds the lead just about there. And Derek's trying to find his way around the outside. Hyder's going defensively into the final corner. Is he going to be close? Nils going to attack him on the line. It's going to get very close. And Hyder wins the race in the Nürburgring. Weird TV just holds on to Nils and Derek in fourth. And breathe.
Well done, Heidi High.
Oh my goodness me.
What a last lap.
And breathe.
There was less than a second between the top four.
Wow.
Smalley finishes in the end on fifth and does get the fastest lap in the end, and it's Fuller who manages to take sixth place. Seventh is Multi,
Well done on
and
the
it's
fastest lap, Smalley.
Hazy all the way down in eighth.
Oh dear me, what a... wow. Robbo.
Well, I'm erect.
Oh dear me.
I got stopped for breath like 2 times in the last 3 laps, and honestly, that was...
All of that talk about going purple and you ended up going purple.
Dear me.
Jesus, I mean, it was a bit scrappy that last lap, and there was a lot of tappy, but wow.
Jeez,
That
what
was,
a race.
That was 4 drivers who desperately wanted to win there. No holds barred.
All within a second in the end.
and my mate Matty, well, I came.
Oh dearie me.
Oh, I don't know what Ben's doing.
Nope.
Probably doing the reverse trick because, yay!
Yep.
He's, last one on track.
Well, the Nürburgring served up a cracker then.
Maybe.
And here's the closest line.
That's it, Ben. Yes, you come across that line backwards. You hero of a man.
I tell you what, I've never seen an into a race like that for a long time.
That was mad. Well done,
Ricardo
Hyder.
Tracy,
Well
are you
done.
alive?
Wow.
Oh, now he comes alive.
Hang on a
Because
minute.
I've nearly had a heart attack. That was incredible.
I didn't have any of them, they're not fun.
Right then.
To the other guys, wow.
That was a phenomenal race. Anyway, so after that, I think it says Catalonia next.
Yes.
Yep,
Oh,
and of
yay.
course we've still got the Nürburgring races for the Group 2 and the Group 3, and of course if anyone's interested, the F1 League takes place in Suzuka this weekend. So, we'll see you all then. Thanks for watching. Any closing thoughts, anyone?
I'm up for a lie down in a darkened room.
Yeah,
Terracotta would be nice.
Terracotta. Do you not need mahogany?
No, mahogany, that's so last month.
No, right, fair enough.
Right then, so I will end the stream here. Thanks for watching and goodbye.